Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel, Jala Sun Tarot. Super appreciative for you guys to be here, to click on the video. Just remember that the messages will resonate at the perfect time for you. You're here for a reason, so let's begin. We're tuning in to the feelings that they have for you right now, this person that you are thinking about. What is their emotional standpoint when it comes to you, this relationship, this connection, wherever you are at with this person? And, I would even say whatever type of situation you might find yourself in, what feelings and emotions are being produced because of it? And again, we're leaving it open to see what messages need to come in for the collectives for today, guys. And like I said, if you're here, then there are messages awaiting you. So let's get into the pile selection. We have a different tarot deck for each of the readings today. And then, of course, we're going to tap into the oracle energy. And we have a lot of those romantic oracles because, again, I want to also get the details of where they are at in a romantic, emotional way when it comes to you and this connection. So we're going to look at all of it, guys. So if that sounds like your reading, let's get started on these pile selections. So for group one, we have a clear gem. For your reading today, we will be using the Light Seer's tarot deck. So the Light Seer's tarot deck with this clear gem. For group one. For group two, we also have a clear quartz crystal. This is a double pointed tower. For your reading today, we will be using the Gilded Tarot Royale. So the Gilded Tarot Royale and the Clear Quartz Double Pointed Tower Crystal for group two. For group three, we have another clear quartz, but this kind of a little bit of that milky or smoky quartz. It might be for group three. It's like half and half. For your reading, we will be using the Tarot of the Divine. So group three, the Tarot of the Divine with this clear quartz, half smoky, milky quartz crystal. For group three. All right, guys. Feel free to pause if you need that moment to check in with your soul, to check in with your intuition to see where it is guiding you for one of these readings. We are going to take a look and see, are there emotions right now? Are there feelings, romantic feelings? Where are they at? And we're gonna see the details surrounding what's going on as well. So when you are ready, I hope you are ready. I will meet you at your reading. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your reading today. If you chose the clear gem and or the Light Seer's tarot, then you made it to the right place, group one. So we're tapping into their current feelings for you right now, this person that you are thinking about. But we're going to take it a little deeper because I want to you know, and I talked about this in the intro, but I want to look at the layers of their feelings, emotions, if they have any for you, when it comes to whatever situation you might be in with this person, what in regards to whatever connection, and also looking at the romantic, you know, in the romantic sense, how they may be feeling. So we're going deep today, guys, and we're gonna unpack it and see what comes up. So, group one, thank you so much for being here today. And Spirit, thank you as always for being here for the collective for group one. May we get the best messages for group one's higher self today. Guys, did you? I had my eyes closed. I didn't even realize the sun is completely shining on us. Just to let you know, I am facing east, and I live by the lakefront. So the sun always rises, and it's early morning right now, but it's very cloudy, so it might come in and out. I might have to adjust the curtains, guys. Hang on one second. All right, guys, I am back, and I closed half of the curtains. It's still very bright, but you know, it might mean something for this reading, which I think is pretty interesting already. But we'll see. All right. The current feeling. So let's see, Spirit. What do we need to see? Queen of Wands flopping out. I shouldn't say flopping out because it really was just tossed out. Gosh, I'm using like terminology that sounds so bogus. But either way, here is the beautiful, gorgeous Queen of Wands. And look at that beautiful black cat. Reminds me of my old, rest in peace, my old baby, my black cat Midnight. All right, let's see. We got the Knight of Wands. This is getting fiery, which, interesting enough, we just had the sun on us. Six of Cups. Wow. Their current feelings for you right now. What? All right, are we doing this, Spirit? We got the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. But, you know, I want one card at a time. So if that energy is meant to come through, I'm just not feeling it. Let's see. The High Priestess, card number 2, Pisces energy, Moon energy, reminded me a little bit of that Cancer energy as well because of the Moon placement with the High Priestess. And then we have Temperance, tempering everything, closing the curtain, balancing the sun. Reminds me of when I was just doing my quick ritual before, you know, actually going in on the reading, guys. And the sun was here when I opened my eyes. All right. This is strong emotions. That is difficult to balance with this person. So let's see what else is coming through. Their current feelings for our group 1, Spirit. What do we need to see? The Hierophant. Card number 5, Taurus energy. Some of that Venus. Ooh. By the way, the fire energy is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And Sagittarius is Temperance. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Card number 14. And then a little bit of that water with the Pisces energy. And now we're getting 6 of Swords. With the Knight of Wands. Okay. Let's see how this plays out. Depends. 2 of Wands. There's another ace in reverse, guys. If you remember, the two that came out was Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in reverse. But we're getting the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is more of an emotional. With the High Priestess, interesting. Four of Swords. Oh, wow. That's where the Temperance is coming. All right, guys. I hope you're ready. Five of Pentacles. I feel like this energy is, even though we're not getting that much, actually, we got three major arcana, which is not for nothing. And the major arcana that's coming through feels super strong. All major is strong, but we got the High Priestess, the Hierophant. Like, that feels like a marriage of some kind, some sort of, I'm just going to say it, some sort of divine connection in some way. However, this could also be, you know, just that feeling of being with someone that gets you to the fullest. Wow. Okay, let's go into the details, guys. All right. I want to begin with the Six of Cups. This person's current feelings, they always have this sweet spot for you. This is the energy I'm getting immediately. They know that you are their paramour. Gosh, I never say that word, but it's coming up right now. Paramour. But someone that they truly adore and someone that they really want in their life in a meaningful way. There are nostalgic memories. There is a feeling of perhaps you guys do have some sort of no contact distance in the 3D physical world. And I do feel like this person has that's, you know, again, those memories, those moments. You and this person could have a long history. You could have known this person since childhood. But either way, immediately the emotions surrounding this softens in such a sweet way, like the nectar of a fruit, you know, the soft spot, the core. That is the energy I'm getting from this person when they are evaluating their feelings for you. I do feel, however, it is creating an uproar in them. And we're going to talk about that because I think the reason why is these emotions are coming through in such a heightened way. We got Wands energy, which is already fiery. And the queen that comes out is the Queen of Wands. Like, that is an energy that is super hard to miss, guys. Queen of Wands is the fire queen. And what I mean is she is super attractive. Let's start there. You know, this is the most, I would say, gorgeous queen. And all of the queens are gorgeous in their own way. But what makes this queen a little bit more stand out is the passion, the drive, the magnetic pull that people feel in the presence of the Queen of Wands being in that frequency. So if this person is viewing you in that way, I feel as though there is a deep pull, attraction, something that is engaging them in, and where they can't miss you. Even the way this card flopped out or flipped out, however you want to say it, whether it's like negative or not, that could be how this person first viewed this connection as well. Perhaps in that way where they weren't sure what your energy truly was for them. Because there does seem to be, at one point, someone walking away. This could be what is perhaps driving them forward. But for whatever reason, and the main thing I'm getting for the reason of perhaps this person walking away, it could be you as well. Take the roles as they fit. But someone in this equation walked away. I'm getting more so them because of the emotions that they are feeling right now, especially with the Four of Swords here. It is a sense of this person could be in that reflective energy. Their cup isn't full. They're healing something. So if they were the ones that decided to leave, decided to part ways, perhaps because they felt it might have been feeling a little too serious, a little too intense. Because even the sun, gosh, and now the sun is gone, and I feel like I need to open the curtains again. So hang on. All right, guys, I'm not sure if it did much. The clouds are hiding the sun, but it might come surprise us again. But that could feel intense, like the intense sunlight streaming through your window is like the metaphor of this person's energy and feelings towards you. It comes in so strong, like a beam. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the sun, but we might feel that energy. Well, we did get the sun literally. But I want to say that this feels that it's not just an attraction on a physical level. So let's get a little deeper. You know, again, there's history, right? There's nostalgic memories involved. There is a sweet spot that they can't shy away from. But we're also getting the high priestess. We have an energy that is, oh man, divine. It feels divine. This could be a very beautiful divine spiritual connection that this person is starting to connect to in this perhaps distance, in this reflective energy. What they are trying to balance is all this emotion, is all this energy, but it's like one extreme to the next. It's either the sun is hiding completely behind the clouds, literally, or the sun is bright and shining straight on us. So where's the balance? Where is the natural lighting? And that's the temperance in reverse that I'm feeling for this person's energy right now. This is an energy that is also feeling heightened because of the seriousness that's backed up behind this. You know, we got the Hierophant. If you know, you know. This reminds me always of that serious nature of a committed relationship. So if we're tapping into their current feelings for you, it goes beyond surface level. It goes beyond the physical. It goes beyond just the history that you guys have. It goes beyond spiritual and that mystery, that veil that they can't quite understand. Now it's feeling as well that they are feeling the encouragement, the energy of what if this was a relationship? What if they were to go up and ascend these steps and get to that, whoa, that sun, that blast, that sweet spot? So I'm feeling very intense emotions right now. But the funny thing is we got the Ace of Cups coming through in reverse. And again, to remind you, which I've already did, but just in case, the Ace of Wands came up in reverse. It randomly came up with Nine of Pentacles. That is an energy with the Ace of Cups in reverse of someone not fully ready yet, not there yet. They're still going through the motions. Either it could be healing, the High Priestess, tapping into their intuitive, their third eye, their crown, you know, they're opening up their heart chakra as well. It's like their frequency is expanding because they're going inward. Something about you and the emotions that they are feeling when it comes to you is activating them. But I feel that it took something difficult, something challenging that happened between the both of you in order for this energy to be activated. Look at that. Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Five of Pentacles. There was, and the Moon in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, this is a whole story. The Tower. Lightning struck and something ended because it really never was grounded in the first place. I feel like you guys, and it could have been led with this person. This person could have led this into no man's land. Okay? It went south. Especially, you know, if they, oh my gosh, I'm noticing the crows. Funny. Okay, guys, I didn't mention it, but before I started your reading, there was a crow in the neighborhood in one of the trees, and Cloud and myself, Cloud Strife, my cat, and I were trying to find where the crow was, and we just couldn't find it. It was like enmeshed in or camouflaging in the tree, but it was cawing like you wouldn't believe. And now I'm looking at the Six of Swords energy with these crows, maybe in that feeling of, and they're leading the boat, but it's frantic energy. So if this person disappeared or left, it, and again with Temperance here, it could have felt abrupt. It could have felt really hurtful, really, brewing up that abandonment issues, that self-worth issues, that that spark that the Queen of Wands always has within may have been, the boat was it rocked the boat, is what I'm hearing. So, is this person feeling, I'm not sure if it's love or maybe they don't even know, but it's something strong, it's something powerful, and that's what they are starting to understand. The emotions behind it is something they are trying to figure out and balance, but they know it's you. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, guys. It's they know that you have more balance as well. I'm, looking at this Queen of Wands, balancing like this, again, that light, that ball of light that poured in is balance in your hand, in your palm of your hand. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, guys. You are coming through as that energy. Yet we have the Knight of Wands. This person could feel that match to your energy, but something led them astray, something distracted them, something led them off course in a frantic way, in a fiery, passionate way. Maybe it, like I said, it got too intense, and this person needed to figure that out or heal whatever it is within them. So what does that mean for you? Were you abandoned in this connection? Were you left in the dark? Is there a disconnect between the both of you right now? So that's kind of where we're at, guys. So I want to see romantically if this person is even acknowledging in a romantic way, and also what other emotions, feelings we could pick up on. So let's start with our heart's hidden secrets. What is deep? And it feels like it goes deep. I mean, there's no doubt with the High Priestess here. And maybe we're not supposed to know everything that this person is going through, especially if this is a divine connection with the High Priestess here. But let's see what Spirit wants to share with us overall with feelings, emotions that this person may not have shared with you before. So, Spirit, what do we need to see? What does group 1 need to tap into? The current feelings that this person is feeling. Broken. Karma. Even the lighting, like the shadows, it looks like a light puppet shadow on this person's hand. Memories, right? On top of 6 of Cups. Look at that. Karma. This person could be handling their karma right now. We're also getting apology. Guys, this is feeling very aligned. I feel like this person deeply cares. Their emotions aren't fully developed because it needs to be tempered. It could be coming through more of an obsessive energy, and that is not divine, guys. That's not divine energy that's coming through. So even if that makes you happy to hear that they're obsessively, thinking, feeling, and directing their energy towards you, it might delay them actually coming in. So keep that in mind. I do believe, though, that they are handling that. They are handling their business. But in the process, they're not fully feeling full. Their cup isn't full yet. It's not ready to, their cup isn't ready to be given because they need to work on their own. And part of it could be they're journeying and they're working through their own karma. Um, they could be going through their own, especially if this is a spiritual connection of some kind. And maybe you're at a different level for sure, if that is the case, if this is divine pairing of some kind. But if it's not, and this is feeling like a karmic connection, but I don't think that's the case. It's more so this person is going through it, but they're healing it. But it's feeling intense right now, guys. It's feeling where they want to get out. But some of the sweeter, softer energy that's coming through in their emotional space is when they are thinking about you, with the memories, with them wanting to come in and apologize and to make things right. They're obsessing over it. Again, the chemistry is without a doubt. This was the bottom of the deck energy. This is a person that is coming to a lot of realizations on what has happened between you and them, the course of action that developed between you, how it all unfolded. It's feeling a little bit like they realize they may be the one that broke it. And they're sorry for it. They don't like how it feels, especially because now they don't have their sunlight, or it's coming in intermittently. But I feel like you have a lot to do with that energy for them. I feel like in a way this person just needs to get grounded, because they're feeling it does feel a little bit trapped, guys. It does feel like that stuck energy. They could also be going inward, which we already got from the High Priestess, but what I mean by that is in a spiritual sense, like legit. With this cross, they could be praying, they could be tapping into their own spiritual energy, their own spirit team. They could be farther along than we realize, but it could be that they're in the thick of the emotional whirlwind. It's feeling a little bit like a tornado. All right, so we're looking at the Truth Oracle next, and I want to see what else we could see with their feelings for you right now. This person, we got the apple, forbidden fruit. Let's put this up a little bit. Ooh, all right. This is falling to the ground. I gotta look for it. Yeah, this person could be keeping tabs on you. I mean, again, if the obsessive energy is coming through, that passion, that fire, that light, that spark, and them filling that sweet spot in their inner, heart space with whatever memories, shared nostalgic energy they have. Something about you feeling like a source of home. So yeah, they're looking for it. They could be looking for it in different places. We could look into that too. We'll see more if they're trying to distract themselves with forbidden things, maybe karmic situations, connections, third parties. They could be in that energy right now, physically. In the midst of it, though, they could be going inward as well, curling up in that fetus position, tapping into what really is triggering them. So whatever it is that they're looking for, they're not finding it, if it is outside of them. Okay, so I hope that wasn't triggering to hear, guys, but again, with this type of energy, that could be the case. This person could be running and trying to distract themselves because this is making them feel, and that's not to say they don't feel anything for you. Clearly, they are feeling super strong emotions, energy, feelings, to the point that it's intense, and that's the problem. It's too much. Affairs. Cool down. Feel like it's telling a story, guys. Snake. They're shedding their skin, yeah. The story I'm seeing with this Truth Oracle, the truth of it is they may have been distracting themselves, guys, but they're getting out of it. They're cooling down. Oh my God, the sun is coming out. Is it? Yeah, it is. Is it going to reach us? It's reaching my arm. I'm not sure if it's getting the table. Either way, guys, cool down. Gosh, this is so metaphorical and symbolic, group one. This is intense. Wow, this energy. Whoa, spirit. Okay, so this is cool down. When the cool down for this person is occurring, the sun shines. This is a person that is going through a release. They may have needed to leave this energy in order to make that release as the sun is disappearing again. So they may be going in and out of the crevices of their energy. And again, the Four of Swords is not bad. It is a good energy, even though it does emphasize that there is a disconnect. Oh my God, guys, I had to like pause and jump up. Cloud, which he hasn't done it in a while, Cloud Strife, because we're down to one window. So he knows, like he's super smart. But he decided to claw at the window and I had to jump up and grab him. He didn't do any damage, but again, it's like that intense, all of a sudden out of nowhere, like this blast of energy. Firm is coming through at the bottom of the deck. Guys, even in the realization card that's coming through at the bottom of the Heart's Hidden Secrets, it's like that light bulb. We're getting distracted after that. Oh my goodness. There's always a reason why we do things when we are channeling, guys. Past life and thinking. So this is feeling very aligned. To go back to this story, I feel like that's where they are at. They're in and out of figuring it out. But again, to go back to Four of Swords, there might be getting comfort or seeking comfort as Cloud Strife is trying to apologize by being cute and cuddling me around my legs right now because I had to yell at him. So it's like soft energy, intense energy, but the cool down needs to exist in this person's feelings. The temperance needs to be balanced in order for any movement to take place. So let's move on to true love. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Oh my goodness, the sun energy coming in and out. Guys, this is it's a vibe. You guys are a vibe right now. So let's look a little deeper. The distorted masculine is popping up. Look at that sun. The sun cannot shine if there's some distortion. This is so symbolic. This whole message, guys. Spirit is here today for you. Listen, I feel as though this is just something this person is healing. They're not ready. Distorted masculine energy could be very, and I could be in that energy a lot. This is something I'm working through, but it could be very extreme. It depends on where you're at. For me, it's mild. I've been going through this awakening for some time. So for me, it's more so about I got to cancel my gym membership type of energy. I'm wasting money. But is it affecting me? Is it creating that unhealthy, toxic energy within me? No. But I do need to clean things up. However, I feel like it runs a little deeper for this person. Distorted masculine energy could be instability, imbalance, especially in the emotional space. This person might be figuring that out. They could be going through a dark night in order to ascend and get to a more divine energy in their masculine in some degree. So that is kind of where we're at with this person, guys. So are they going to be moving forward? Oh my gosh, distorted feminine, dude. I don't think so. And if they are moving forward, it's not going to work out the way you think it is. Because, listen, if this person is dealing with both distorted masculine and feminine energy, that's a lot to put into balance. And I'm not surprised because that could be the obsession, that could be the neediness. Moon, my other cat, and I'm bringing up my cats for examples. They're coming into the reading. But Moon, my other cat, before I started your reading, and I wasn't even going to mention it, she was becoming so needy. She wanted me to pet her. All of a sudden, she wanted me to hold her. She was purring. So I couldn't start your reading when I was ready to. But everything happens in divine timing because here I am talking about it. So I feel like the energy that's coming through with this for this person in their feelings, in their emotional space is instability, imbalance, an emotional uproar. Fear is coming through, anxiety of the emotions, the intensity of what they're feeling. But I'm also getting an obsessive energy, a neediness, a wanting to control outcome. All of this is coming into play in this person's energy. So are they ready to move forward and give forth their cup? No. And if this is a reflective energy, we're getting distorted masculine and feminine. Again, to go back to divine energy, a soul connection, this could be a counterpart. You could be also healing some of this in your own way, in a mirrored way, depending on your connection. But again, don't force that. So let's get one more. Spiritual maturity. Wow. This is what this person is on the path to perhaps achieving. Reminded me of the staircase in the Hierophant. This is a serious journey, and they recognize this. They realize that this is going to help them. So they're walking the path, guys. And they may also feel that you're walking this path as well. Maybe you're both. Again, it's like it's coming into their understanding. Wherever this connection is, whatever spiritual connection this might be, it's coming to an understanding. We're getting maturity at the bottom of the deck. Soulmates after that. There is no twin flame card in this deck, so I always allocate soulmates to any type of spiritual connection. It could literally be a soulmate. However, if this was difficult, challenging, and if you feel like you're going through some sort of an ascension, an awakening, a spiritual awakening, this could very well be a divine counterpart, your twin flame. But if you aren't going through awakening, it could be a karmic, it could be, so again, don't allow labels to interfere with what's really going on. Because if this person isn't coming forward, then it's not your problem, guys. So now here's the tough love. Yes, this is beautiful energy. Yes, there's a lot of emotions, feelings involved, clearly. But is this person ready to match you in your divine frequency? Are you there yet? Are you in your divine? That maybe is where you need to focus your attention on. And if you feel like you are there, yet you are still focused on this person, perhaps you're not where you should be in letting go and being in that frequency. But maybe you are. Here's Cloud again. Cloud. All right, guys, I had to press pause. Funny enough, I was very calm and I closed the window as punishment. So my window's closed, unfortunately, but it's okay. He needs to calm down a little bit. He needs to temper whatever is going on. I think it's the sun, guys. It's the sun. It's giving him the zoomies in a way, my cat. So maturity is needed. And I think that's where this person is, where their snake skin is being shed. And again, if we're looking at that symbolically, it could also represent a time frame. The year of the snake we have left in the past. And if this person is shedding their skin, there are things they need to heal, there's distorted energy, then, and again, if they have a lot going on in both masculine and feminine, it might take time, guys. Patience, maturity. Whether you should wait around, I don't think so. I think you should, my point is, I think focusing on yourself is what you need to do. And again, we will get to your advice, but before we do, let's look at one more detail with how they are viewing you and relationship. You know, romance angels could give us a good indicator of current, you know, even though they have a lot going on, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So even if we're getting some promising cards, which we probably will, I feel it's also the energy of it's not the right time, regardless of the emotions and feelings behind it. So keep that in mind. And again, that's just me caring about you and wanting to make sure. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on, because if you're feeling intense emotions too, which is why I probably feel like I need to say this, you know, throughout the last few minutes. Either way, let's see. We have flirt. Ooh, that Wands energy, that fire, that Queen of Wands, that there could have been a huge, you know, when it was good, when you guys were connecting in reality, it must have been super good and juicy and intense. But again, if this person wasn't there or ready for it, this could be the one. Reconciliation. Attraction. Guys, come on. Spirit, we love you. Thank you so much for always coming through. Deception. Now, this is not what you think it might be. And again, there could have been a lot of, it feels more like this person was wearing a mask. This is what they are revealing to themselves. If the High Priestess is coming up right, that is a beautiful, and the Four of Swords and the surrounding energy. This person is not ignoring their shadow right now. However, it's like they're going through periods of cool down, so it might take some time. But deception energy, I honestly, with the bottom of the deck, it's like it's maybe things coming up in their subconscious that they're not even aware of. So they got a lot to unpack, a lot to get to, but the emotions, the feelings surrounding them, you are the one. And reconciliation is just another confirmation with apology. You know, this person is gonna be back, guys, but it's gonna be up to this frequency, this energy between the both of you of how soon that happens. And for those of you that are walking down the divine path, you probably have heard this more than once. But if you do not focus on yourself, and again, it starts with stop watching tarot readings. And I know that's so hard for me to say, but I'm not here to, you know, toot your horn and make you feel good for 10 minutes and then you're depressed again because of this person. I'm here to help you get through and find yourself, to know who you truly are. You're divine. You're the soul. You're not anything external. You are the soul. It's easier in my mind. But again, this is why there's a lot of channels talking about getting into your consciousness. And in order for this to move, you got to release this person. You got to move on. If this person is your twin flame, they will come back. They will. And if they're not your twin flame and you never hear from them again, then at least you didn't wait around. So that is the message, you know, that you'll hear a lot of readers say, or that know exactly what this is, right? You'll also hear this from twin flame coaches. But for those of you that don't identify with the twin flame, and again, it's because I'm reading comments in my last video about, you know, some of you struggling, not sure, confused. There's a lot of support out there, but the one thing I will say, if you are not going through a spiritual awakening, a dark night, if you are not growing, if your life isn't expanding and becoming the best life you could even imagine, then I'm sorry, you didn't meet your twin flame. Okay? Because you will be in such, but not at first. Not at first. I mean, the phase that I went through was dark. Okay, I cried for weeks. I'm gonna be honest. It was months, probably even a full year. I cried like every day. I was so depressed that this person did not see me. It felt so disconnected, and I knew there was something. I knew there was something more, right? So it's the feeling of trusting and releasing. And again, if this person isn't meant for you, whether they're your divine counterpart or not, it might not be that you're meant for this person in this lifetime. So you got to release that too. So let's get into your advice because I'm already fired up. And I'm not surprised because this whole reading has been so intense. The sun, this person's emotions are through the roof. They know you're the person, guys. There's no doubt in their mind, but they need to figure their own divine sovereign energy out. They need to come, and you can't help them with that. Now, if this is not your person, if you feel and sense that this is more of a karmic, which I don't think that's the case. But for some of you, it may not be your twin flame. I'm just going to be honest. It may not be a deep spiritual connection because I think some of you, may not understand what spiritual awakening is because it's not a twin flame journey. It's a spiritual awakening and it's not everyone. So if you know, it's like, but if you're confused, especially at the beginning, and you're stuck and you're not growing and you're not really experiencing dark nights, it's just kind of like you're stuck in one phase. It might not be a soul connection that you think it is. It might just be someone you got to release. So again, it's hard to say, but the only way you can move forward in an energy like that, guys, is to release outcome. If this person is your divine, they will come back. They will find you. They will not allow you to go. You will pull them in if you align with your true self. So with that, let's get into your advice. And again, I hope you're okay. If you're feeling all over the place, your nervous system is breaking down, you as well is mirroring this energy, obsessive chemistry. This could feel very, a different phase in the timeline of this energy. So you're in it. If you're in it, you're in it for the long haul. But it's more about you. Okay, so intuitive whispers, which I'm glad we're tapping into intuitive whispers because this is something that you already know. So what do we already know? What's our advice, Spirit, for this energy? Why did I go into all of that? The big sister mode, Explore fullness, expand. Look at that purple, that crown chakra, card number 35. If you add it, it's card number 8 equals up to strength, Leo energy, sun energy. But we are getting waterfalls, cleansing, beautiful nature, that bird. Gosh, is that our crow? Looks a little blue though. Either way, it's feeling like someone's ascending, someone's expanding, someone's waking up. So if you are just going through a dark moment, but you know what your set point is, or the journey, you got to keep going and allow life to expand. Because again, if you are going down a spiritual awakening, your life, it's hard to explain, guys, but it's gonna be miracle after miracle, blessing after blessing. It's bliss. I can't explain it, but it's peace at its core, which could produce happiness, bliss. You don't feel bad. I will say that. And it's because you're able to release attachment, even to a connection that you feel very strongly with. You've passed the test, right? So you're ready to expand. So I think that's what Spirit's saying. And we're getting more purple. Trust the call. Call number 44. Or card number 44. It equals up to 8. Again, strength, crown chakra, spirituality, connectedness, enlightenment, bliss, peace. Ugh, gosh, this is where you could be. This is your path. So if you're not there, guys, then you got to let this go and you got to work on self. You got to focus on your journey because, wow, it's pretty amazing. And here's our Leo. Here's our Lion, guys. Feel, don't think. Card number 4. Again, it's another 4. It's all aligned, even the numbers of your advice, guys. Look at the brain. It could be a message to get out of the brain, get into your strength, get more into your heart space. Your brain, your thoughts are your ego. Yes, your ego, your brain is a resource. You know, us human beings, we can't function without the brain. So use your brain wisely. Be purposeful, intentional with what your thoughts are, where you're focusing your attention on. And open your heart space. Be the epitome of love. When you heal yourself, you're able to heal people around you. Like if you're, gosh, it's magnetic, guys. You're going to be helping others. You're going to be falling into your purpose. Just feel your way. Don't think your way. So if you're falling into more of thoughts, obsessive energy of overthinking this person, and even like going from tarot to tarot reading or just in search, then Spirit is saying, be strong. Get out of that energy. Shut it off. Shut it down. Fill up your cup. There is that Ace of Cups. And that's the advice. In order for this person's cup to be full, maybe you need to focus on filling up your cup. If this is a mirrored energy. So with that, guys, this is where we're going to leave it. Whoa, this was intense. I haven't gotten a reading like this in a while. There's a lot of energy. And again, we're tapping into feelings. So I'm not surprised. The sun is officially hiding or calm or heading west, because how long has this reading been going on? Whoa. All right, guys. Buenos tardes. It's no longer the morning, guys. So welcome to the afternoon. Actually, it's probably still very early morning, but either way, go get some sun, get in your strength. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you're feeling, or if you're resonating, if you're still here after I'm rambling, then I super, super love you guys. And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And hopefully I will see you again. Bye, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Clear Quartz Double Pointed Tower Crystal and or the Gilded Tarot Royale, it almost reminds me of like a 007 movie, Casino Royale. I haven't watched that movie in a while, but gambling, taking a risk. I'm feeling a little stressed out right now. It's the energy that's coming, that's washing over me as I was doing my pre-reading ritual for you guys. And I don't know what's going on with that. I'm curious how that plays in, because we are talking about their current feelings for you right now. And we're going to look at a lot of the details, guys, that we would see from someone's emotions about the situation, the connection, you in a romantic way. We're going to look at all the layers when it comes to their feelings, okay? And it's specifically in the time that you come across this video. So with that in mind, I'm not sure if I cut the deck, and for me, cutting the deck is a big deal. I grew up playing poker and spades. We play spades in Chicago. Gambled a lot. I'm getting that casino vibe. Let me shuffle it one more time. This is already very interesting energies. So let me tap in with Spirit. Spirit, thank you so much for coming through, as always, for our collective, for our group 2. May we get the best messages for group 2's higher self. What do we need to see today, Spirit, with this energy? Okay. I feel a little bit more grounded, ready to begin your reading, but goodness, this energy, the energy I'm picking up on today, it's through the roof. So let's see what's going on. Their current feelings for you right now. The King of Wands in reverse. And did you see how it rotated into the reverse? Fire energy coming through, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, let's see. Their current feelings. We got another Wands. We got a Page of Wands. Wow, look at the outfit. Look at those tights on that page. Interesting. All right. Okay, one fell on the ground in reverse, and we're looking at swords. We got the 8 of Swords in reverse. How are they feeling? What are their current feelings for group 2? We're getting a 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, let's see, because we got a 9 of Pentacles as well. Some earth energy coming through. All right, guys, let's see what's really going on. Spirit, what are their current feelings? Let's get the rest of our cards, guys, before we start talking about it. 2 of Pentacles. Juggling. Balancing. There's an uproar of emotion, but it's coming through more in a physical, in a passionate way. We got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Wands. We're getting a 4 of Wands in reverse, okay. With the 8 of Swords in reverse. How are they feeling for group 2 right now, Spirit? We got a 7 of Cups. And we're ending with the 4 of Pentacles. All right, guys, I hope you're ready. This is the Hanged Man in reverse with the 8 of Cups. I'm going to be honest, guys. This person is not feeling emotions that you may, depending on where you're at, guys, this is, trigger warning. There's messages that might be a little bit hard to hear depending on where you are at emotionally. So if you are ready for these messages, let's begin. If not, then this is not the right time for you if you're especially in a sensitive mood. When it comes to this person, when it comes to this energy, this person is, the main thing I am feeling is they are hoarding their energy. They are not dispensing their energy anywhere where they are not intending it to go. They're being very specific. They're being very purposeful on where their currency, their energy is off to. It's coming through. So this is where we're starting, guys, because it was just super strong over here. It's the feeling of this person may have a lot of things going on in their mind. It could represent people. They have options. They have different avenues they could go down. Where are they going to put their focus? Are they trying to manage all of this at once? Are they trying to balance all of this at once? Or are they sacrificing some things for others? Something's maybe falling on the wayside. It's hard to grasp. Even the Six of Pentacles, look at how it almost reminds me of I think it's my alchemy deck, the Wild Unknown alchemy deck, how it is in a pentagon shape. Is it a pentagon shape? No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. Either way, this is a pentagon shape because it has 5, and it just looks like it's slipping through someone's hands. And then you see the scales, again, 6 of Pentacles. It's, reminding me of the 2 of Pentacles. So the balance that this person is trying to attain is they're hyper focusing on certain things, okay? I'm also getting with the 4 of Pentacles that they could be, again, keeping things close to their chest, not really wanting or looking into the future. I don't think they are feeling emotional when it comes to you guys. I'm going to be honest. I'm not getting anything committed. I'm not getting a feeling or a sense of this person looking into the future when it comes to this. Right now, they seem to be really self-driven, self-focused, and they could be keeping things hidden, keeping things a little bit more tunnel vision. They're valuing things, they're prioritizing something above something else. And it's coming with the 9 of Pentacles. This could represent a very independent energy. This is, this is Virgo energy. Is it? Gosh, I don't know why I'm thinking of Hermit. But either way, the 9 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. And I guess because the Hermit is card number 9 and it is also Virgo energy, I had to think about 9 of Pentacles. But yeah, Virgo energy, very strong, grounded. Even like when I was doing my ritual, the stress left my body. I was able to ground myself. So I'm feeling that this person is more focused on their independence, on their energy, on grounding themselves. They're trying to get unstuck in a feeling of misalignment. I feel like this person is trying to get aligned, but they're not currently aligned yet. If they are feeling emotional for you guys, it's driven by passion. We got a Page of Wands coming through. Albeit it's coming through upright. So it's not the worst energy, but it does feel a little bit immature. It does feel where this person is one-tracked mind. I can't help but look at the tights. It's where this person could be peacocking. They could be representing themselves, really paying attention to how they look so that they could, engage in a passionate way with someone. The page is goes for, their desires. It could be very rash. It could be really risky, risk-taking as well. And I should say, we're getting it with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't think this person is in a commitment or committal type of energy. So even if you are on their mind and they have whatever it is that they're feeling for you, it's coming through in a passionate, they're attracted to you. Does it go deep? Not at this time. We don't have any major arcana, guys. So except at the bottom of the deck, which is the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man is card number 12, Pisces energy. And honestly, this could feel where this person is not seeing things differently. This person is kind of set in their ways. This person doesn't feel like player energy. It's more so that this could just be where they are at, the phase that they are in. They're not committed. They're not looking for long term. They're trying to balance out themselves. They might be working on their self-confidence, their worthiness, their independence, their self-fulfillment. So it's self-driven, and I believe that where they are putting their focus, their attention, their money, their currency, their energy is not toward you right now, group 2. And that could be hard to hear. We are going to look deeper into emotions, feelings, and see what else we could unpack. But the current energy is this person is more self driven. I don't really think they're thinking about you or anything romantic. It's more so like a fleeting energy, more so where they're passionate, they're attracted, but that's as far as or deep as it goes right now because this person is very, like I said, they could be single. They could have been single for a very long time. They may not have been in a relationship for a while or ever. The King of Wands in reverse could be the energy of this person feeling imbalance. It's feeling as though this person also could be leaving themselves open to any sort of passion. We're getting rainbow. It could feel where emotionally they are trying to balance it. Even like the water, look at how it's crashing against this person's legs, feet. The boat, the ship is rocking. It's in the background. So it feels a little bit tumultuous. So I don't think this person is in control of their passions. This is the type of person that could fall into wrong decisions, perhaps. They could be led thinking that it's something, exciting, and maybe it just ends up falling flat. So it's not that we're picking up on bad intentions, and we could potentially pick up on their intentions. But what it is their actions. Their set point isn't future oriented. It's not committal. It's just almost in the rhythm of having fun. And it's a lot of that is because they're self-driven, self-focused. Okay. So if you want to unpack and get into further detail, let's get into it. I want to look at my OG deck, starting with Heart's Hidden Secrets. Okay. And we're shuffling it like this. I'm doing it on my lap like this. And it's trickier. I'm just trying to unbend the cards because they were so bent. And it's helping, but it's, it is what it is. It's my OG deck. I love this deck. So let's see their current feelings. Could we take it a little deeper, Spirit? Is there depth? Is group 2 on their mind in any real way? And if group 2 crosses this person's mind, what are the emotions? What are the feelings? Because it doesn't feel as though this person is focused on it. They're focused on other things. So we have bitterness. Second chance. Look at the dice. Opportunity, making amends, reconciliation. That could mean something for some of you. However, I'm not picking up on history between the both of you. I'm going to be honest. It's more so a second chance. Again, they could be healing from something. They could be bitter about something from their past that doesn't have anything to do with you. They could still be escaping from their past. So if that's the case, this person isn't ready to start a new relationship, guys. They're bluffing. They have a mask on. So that's more of the energy I'm picking up on. Again, this doesn't feel like someone you've known. It feels very new, and it feels like you're kind of figuring this person out. Do they have feelings for you or not? And they may show you that they like you or they're interested, but how deep it goes in the current energy is a Page of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, where this person isn't open to that future, committal, serious, next level type of connection. Let's get one more. Ooh, what was that though? Return. But we got resistance and abandoned at the bottom of the deck. This could be a person that has that runner type of energy. If things get so serious or get too far in, they run, they take off. So if this person is someone that you've dealt with before and they have run off, they may return. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back around, want that second chance. They want that opportunity. because again, they're being led with the Page of Wands. That is their current frequency that they are in, and that's the type of frequency that doesn't, the Page of Wands isn't a bad energy, guys. It just feels where this person isn't taking it deep. They're not correcting or reflecting on anything that may need to be fixed or reflected on. Again, they're coming in with a little bit of a mask, and that could represent what they've experienced or dealt with from their past. And again, even if you and this person have a little bit of that history that you are currently, building, that may not be good history. I'm going to be honest. It feels a little bit like a start of a chasing energy if you don't recognize this for what it is, because I do believe that this person isn't locking in. Something about this energy is fleeting, risky. If this person is coming through with resentment or past, beliefs or something that they are bringing into new connections, or even just how they experience romantic partners or connections and relationships, this is one of their blocks, I think. But are they going to come back in? Maybe. But are they potentially going to leave or, abandon? Maybe as well, so be careful, guys. Use your discernment with this energy. If you and this person are currently communicating, for some of you, this could be very new. So it makes sense that this person isn't going all in or locking in. So let's see if there's anything else we could gather, because like I said, it doesn't feel like you've experienced too much with this person yet. So if this person already disappeared on you and it hasn't really gone deep, I feel like I think you already know. But let's see, because that could be for some of you, but the majority of you, let's find out if this is someone that you should reconsider. We have Trash. This is the Truth Oracle. Hope. Their current feeling for you right now. Chew. Reconcile. Look at that. The funny thing is, even if I'm not feeling too much history between the both of you, we didn't get that much indicators of that. We are getting indicators in the oracles. Second chance. Reconcile. Return that came through. But the thing I'm feeling above all is this is brief. This is fleeting. This is the beginning of what could turn into a karmic cycle. It's very important that you notice if there's any flags that come up in this type of energy, guys. It could be something that feels like an uninvited guest. This person could still be keeping tabs on you, if you guys do have shared, if you guys are still on, if you have social media, this person hasn't really left your energy. I don't think they're spying. It's more so that they are noticing you. They're keeping tabs on you. And I feel they are chewing things over, meaning that you're still in their energy, but I'm going to be honest, they still have other things going on in their mind, whether it's people, situations, or just what they need to, because again, we're getting it with Six of Pentacles. It's like where they're going to put their energy, what needs to be balanced. There's things going on, right? So they're chewing on a lot of stuff. Now, Trash is coming up. The energy I'm getting with this right now is this person could be having those type of party nights, where they come home, they wake up with a hangover, whether they are a drinker or not. It's one of those things where they are in a phase where things are not that serious, even in their social interactions. It's like their surroundings, their home, it's feeling like unorganized. It's feeling like in disarray. Like this person is not really taking care. It's like they're just going with the whim of life. They're not stopping to organize, to clean, to touch base with self, you know? So it's feeling a little immature, is coming through very strongly for this energy with this person. And again, this could just be where they're at, especially if they've been hurt, especially if you are the second chance. Again, the other way to look at reconcile, second chance, return is if this person is reconsidering a second opportunity in love, but it's blocked. It's still blocked, guys, whether they're thinking about it or not. So they're not going all in. All right, I want to see true love and then romance. I think this is going to give us a more of a detail of romance intentions in that romantic department with their feelings for you. You know, it's not that they don't like you. The Page of Wands could be passionate, could be fiery. There could be butterflies. But it could be, you know, a little surface level. It could be attraction, very physically drawn. And you might imbalance this person. You know, you might be someone that is more of a challenge for this person, but either way, this person isn't ready for you or ready for that commitment if that's what you want. So it depends also where you are energetically, because they may be ready for you, but again, that means you're matching that frequency. So if you want a relationship, a commitment, this might not be the person or the right time for this. So let's see, though. Let's see if there's anything that comes through with true love with this energy spirit group 2. What is going on? Emotional freedom. Creativity. Feels like Wands energy. This person could be really good at planning fun dates. Yin yang balance. Intimacy. There's that physical energy that could potentially be there between the both of you guys. We got serendipity at the end. You know, this could feel very magical. Even if it is what we call, or what people call or label, like that karmic, that person that, you know, is there to help you figure things out and learn lessons. So however you would label this person in your life in this romantic way, I think a lot of what they're feeling is the need to balance themselves. But their balance right now is leaning more into physicalities and connecting with people in that way. I'm not, like I said, I'm not getting player energy. I'm not getting this person as a bad person or anything like that. But that's not necessarily mean that they don't have their options open, that they don't have a entourage of options, perhaps, because that might just be where they're at. You know, I could even imagine, sometimes I pick up like the Two of Cups whenever I see this card, but right now I'm getting more so like date night. Page of Wands, you know, let's do something fun. Let's have a fun night, but not really committing to a future plan, not being consistent in that. It's kind of very bada bing, bada boom, and then the person disappears, perhaps. And even if the person doesn't disappear, it's more so where there's resistance. You could feel that energy being held back. I think a lot of it has to do with this person doesn't want to be emotionally tied down. They want to be free. And for them, that may tie into commitment, relationship. This person doesn't want that right now. They want to be free. They want to be able to, you know, bunnies. I'm thinking of fertility, abundance. They want to find the unicorn. They want to be, They don't want to miss out. It's like they have FOMO, fear of missing out, but in that way of dating, in that way of that next thrill, but it's not long lasting for them. There hasn't been an energy that has made them think of future. However, perhaps there is a pause and a chewing of things over with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, but that doesn't mean they're there yet or they're ready for that. They just recognize perhaps that's where you might be. Okay, so that being said, there could be a nice balance with this person as well, especially if you feel that intimacy, that connection with this person, whether you feel it goes deep or not. Physical intimacy could really change things. And when people, and there's no judgment in this. And again, I'm speaking from a person that's been celibate for years because I've been going through a spiritual awakening, guys. And by choice, that's just where I'm at. And I'm okay with it. Okay. But for people that really tie into physical ties with other people faster than they should, it could really rock someone's inner world. It's like you're tying in with someone's energy when you get physical. It's really important that you use discernment. Not to say that that's what you're doing, especially with this person, but if now you're feeling a little bit, for those of you that have been physical with this person, and it might not be for everyone, there might just be that pull, that attraction, that magnetic pull of being excited about someone. But for those of you that are physical or are getting passionate, again, if that's what happened and this person pretty much said that's all it's going to be, that's a hard pill to swallow. So let me focus. Let me get into romance angels. I got a little carried away because this energy, man, it could be really difficult when you're dating and you like someone, you're digging. It is safe for you to love is flipping up. Here's the thing. I feel as though it's always important to use discernment. And sometimes relationships could evolve, could switch. This is just the current energy we're in. Maybe in a couple of months, this person will start getting serious. But it's the current energy is they feel like they're having fun. It's very on a physical level. But I'm also getting, with escaping, second chance, reconcile, that something may have distanced yourself with this person. So let's see. What else are their feelings right now? Anything else we need to see or know, Spirit, about this energy when it comes to this person in group 2? Honeymoon. That honeymoon phase. Gosh, that passionate honeymoon phase. Keep an open mind. It's very fleeting. It doesn't last forever. Attraction. And for those people that think honeymoon phase is going to last forever, that's why physical attraction is not everything. And that's a lesson I think a lot of people end up learning. It's easier when you're younger to just kind of have that crush energy based on being attracted to someone. But the more you learn, the more you grow. And some of you have older souls, so you've already learned this lesson from the get-go. But it goes so much deeper. But sometimes it's fun to have that experience with someone, even if it's not long-term. So again, it's up to you on what type of experience you want. Worth waiting for. Let's get one more. I wonder if this person is feeling like you're worth waiting for. Very soon. Let go of control issues. So if you and this person aren't talking, they're coming in. This feels very temporary, reconcile, second chance. Again, I'm not getting like a no contact separation type of energy because it didn't feel that deep with the tarot that came through. It feels very new. However, there could be a little bit of a pattern that's developing. And if that's the case, yes, this person is coming back in very soon. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Deception at the bottom of the deck, that mask. There's that mask, guys. Bluff. So, honestly, being fully transparent, guys. And again, the reason I created this channel was not to blow steam for anyone and be in la la land with what's going on in their world, their spiritual world, journey, love, romance. It's to help people grow and to ascend and to really get to a point where you know your worth. So, but there is no judgment if you want to have fun. And I know a lot of people, for example, which I don't know if my bestie, she is single for the first time, in years. Her and I's experience were very similar. We were in very long-term relationships, karmic relationships, that we thought were our forever person, that it didn't end up that way. For her, it was twice as long. And someone that I also considered my friend and is my friend still, but it's, of course, my bestie is, I'm on my bestie's side no matter what. But anyway, she is having fun. She's not trying to lock in. This is the first time she's been single in years. And she's going through her own spiritual path. She's not going through a spiritual awakening, my best friend, but she's ascending. She's having those dark nights. She's figuring it out and she's waking up. But her intention is to have fun. So again, it really depends on you, collective. Where is your intention? Are you in a Page of Wands energy? And if that's the case, have fun. Go with it. Be in that honeymoon energy. That's not a bad energy when you are digging someone, even if you know it's not long term. When I was dating, one of the people that I had somewhat of a longer connect, it was I would say about 6 months. I ended it. He was getting too serious, and I was like, no, because I knew it wasn't long term. But anyway, I was so in a phase of just having fun. And and sometimes you can't worry about the other person. You got to worry about yourself. And that's just where I was at when I was dating and having fun. So again, for you, I don't know where you're at though. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are you in that energy of figuring things out with people and this is just someone you're checking in on and you're kind of like, so now this person isn't in the committal energy right now, but they still are digging you. They still are coming towards you, perhaps. So with that, let's look at intuitive whispers. Let's touch base with intuition. What do you already know about this? Spirit, what could we see for group 2? Siren in the background. I'm feeling like the stress is leaving my body. I started your reading with the feeling that. And, my rituals before each of my readings are I do a meditation, I clear the energy, I do a few things. But I was building in that stress, so I knew it was coming from the energy. So if you're stressing over this, guys, the magic of nothingness, let go of whatever it is that you're thinking about it, because thoughts could produce stress, anxiety. It could keep you trapped. So if you, again, like I'm not sure where you're at, so you must let me know in the comments. And I promise I will get back to you. But card number 34, the magic of nothingness, being conscious, not really having anything on your mind, allowing thoughts to pass like clouds in a sky is my metaphor. The power of silence, nothingness, silence. Dude, card number 3, Empress energy, by the way. Explore fullness, card number 35. Look at the purples. Look at the root chakra of the red. The purple is crown. Crown, root. It's like the bookends. If you're looking at my selenite chakra plate, I don't know what to call this. Wand. Another purple card, split your focus, card number 40. So maybe your attention is more hyper-focused on this person than it needs to be. Don't give this person too much of your power, guys, especially if this is a newer person, especially if you're noticing a little bit of a pattern. You're more excited about this person than maybe you need to tame it a little bit, especially if it's feeling physical, it's feeling passionate. But remember, there is no commitment on the table right now. So be careful. Know that this person might have other options. You might have other options, but be clear that this person also could be having other options. If you don't like the idea, especially for those of you, and this is not for everyone, but for those of you that are getting physical with this person, but not sure if they're getting physical with others and you don't like that idea, it is important for you to have that conversation of exclusivity. Because whether you guys are dating or in a relationship or not, if you have multiple partners, that could be very unsafe. Please be safe. Please protect yourself. And I know you already know that, guys. I just, some people with their whims and that energy of attraction, it could be a lot out there when it comes to intimacy, physical intimacy. Again, a lot of people take that for granted. They take it as a quick external boost. But really what it is a spiritually soul connected energy when you are with someone in a physical way. So also be mindful of where you give your energy as well. So if you haven't been physical with this person, it's important to use discernment and to know if you're ready for that, because it could come with some disappointments if this person isn't wanting to take it to the next level. So that being said, clear limiting beliefs, card number 17, that star energy. Listen, there's hope. No matter what, you're going to be okay. You're going to find the perfect match. If this is someone you're having fun with, have fun with. Just use discernment and be safe. And go with the flow. This energy might evolve, change, grow, expand, but you're never going to know until you go with it. However, some of you might know that this isn't your person, and that's okay too. Okay, maybe it's meant to be regardless. So with that, I hope this made sense. If you stayed this long, wow. Again, even when I warned you guys at the beginning, you may want to click off. Those of you that stayed probably understood that you're not taking this too seriously right now either. So that's why you're still here. I love you guys. You're strong. Have fun. Okay, don't get so caught up. Let me know in the comments, like I said, or send a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. What are you waiting for, guys? Hopefully, I will see you again. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you chose this clear quartz / milky quartz crystal and or the tarot of the divine, then you made it to the right place. And we are talking about this person that you're checking in on. What is their current feelings for you? Wow, that shuffle wasn't great. Let me do it this way, though, because I'm noticing that these cards are bending. It's a really nice deck to shuffle. It helps when you do it the opposite way. Anyways, flexibility. How is this person feeling for you? What are we capturing in the current energy? Their emotions, their romantic emotions, feelings, their feelings about whatever situation you might find yourself in when it comes to this person. Even their feelings about the connection. Is there anything that's crossing their mind that we could pick up on their emotions for you? So we're going to get into the details, guys, and I hope you're ready. Spirit, thank you so much for always coming through for our collective energy, for our group 3. May we get the best messages for our group 3's higher self today, Spirit. Thank you so much. Okay. Their current feelings. What's going on, Spirit? What do we need to see? Their current feelings for our group 3. What is this person currently feeling for group 3? The Star. What energy to come through as our first card? Card number 17, Aquarius energy. It's a major arcana, the Star. And then we are getting 9 of Swords. So this person is stressed out about something, not necessarily you. We got to see what the details are. But they're thinking about something very heavily. And it is producing that stress. Page of Coins. Coins is pentacles in this deck. Page of Coins. The 10 of Coins. 10 of Pentacles. What's going on, Spirit? How is this person feeling for group 3 right now? Death is coming through. Wow. Card number 13. Death is Scorpio energy, Mars. Something permanently ending. Could be transformation as well coming through. It almost feels like, you know, peeling back the curtain. Something's being revealed. So let's see what's that about. Why is the Star here, Spirit? The current feelings for group 3 right now. Ooh. 3 of Wands. Oh, yearning. Goodness. That's coming in very strong. King of Cups. Here it is. I was waiting for this. Because King of Cups, wow, but it's coming through with the 9 of Swords. This is stressing this person out for some reason. But King of Cups, that's water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. That is someone in complete control of their emotions, but it could also represent someone in love. So we'll see where this goes. We got the 3 of Swords. Wow. Okay, 3 of Swords could indicate heartbreak, an ending, a breakup. There's also death coming through. Is this something that happened with you and this person? Or is this something going on that this person is dealing with that doesn't have anything to do with you? Let's find out. Or maybe you've gone through something that has nothing to do with this person. We got the Knight of Coins in reverse. And now we're getting the Hierophant in reverse. Gosh, this took an interesting turn. 2 of Cups in reverse. Guys, what happened? There's hope. There's healing. There's maybe love. But something about it is stressing this person out. Honk in the background, there's anxiety. This person is having sleepless nights. And look at how, like, even the 9 of Swords, I've never seen an image depicted. There's a family. There's what looks like parents with a child. They're going through stress, perhaps hard times. Someone's in the background looking like they're controlling what's going on. The feeling of this person is thinking about future-oriented energy, especially with 10 of Coins coming through. That is putting some sort of anxiety in this person. It feels where this person did they take too long to move forward? There's a disconnect, but the Page of Coins is taking baby steps. Coins energy, Pentacles, is very slow moving energy in tarot. It's the slowest. It could represent years, let alone a page. So is that coming through with the Three of Swords? There seems to be some sort of connection with how this person um paced this energy. Maybe it was stuck progressing to the next stage. This person may have remained in very slow forward movement when it comes to building a commitment or a relationship. Like I said, taking it to the next level. It feels like that fell flat. The action didn't go beyond. Maybe it didn't go that far. It didn't progress and things ended. That's kind of the imagery I'm getting. But something's being revealed. We're talking about their current feelings right now. This King of Cups, man, this could be what's the energy that's being revealed, because it's kind of surprising that the King of Cups is here despite of the disconnect that is obvious in this connection. You know, Two of Cups in reverse could indicate a partnership that is now at odds. We have the Death card, which could indicate a permanent end. We have the Hierophant in reverse, which could indicate a lack of commitment or taking it to the next stage, especially with Ten of Coins. With the Knight of Coins in reverse, we got Three of Swords. You know, so all of these indicators and Three of Wands is distance, a disconnect, a separation, a breakup. So with all of this going on, the feelings that this person has towards you is coming through as the King of Cups, but it's stressing this person out. Is it the energy of not knowing what you have until it's gone, not knowing how they feel until it disappeared? This person has hope, though, guys. I'm going to be honest. You're feeling like they are not giving up on this. You might be coming through for them as a wish fulfillment, but it's almost as though it's coming in the aftermath. So is it too late for them to feel this? So that could be where the conflict is for you, but it's strong energy. The Three of Swords could also indicate heartbreak, right? Like where this person is going through some difficult energies of loss, of pain. And they may be reflecting on how it all went down, what didn't happen, what actions weren't taken, or did they take so long? Did this fizzle out? Did they come across as someone that lost interest when really what's really going on is this person has very strong emotions for you? So that's kind of what we're getting here with the tarot. I want to go a little deeper. The World, gosh, so many indicators of an end, a cycle perhaps has ended, a completion. So what happens when something has ended permanently? There could be a space for transformation. There could be space for a new beginning. Okay, so I want to get more into this King of Cups with this Nine of Swords. How is this person currently feeling? What's going on? Ace of Cups, guys. This is not over for them. The energy of their emotions is very strong. This could be an indicator of a love offer, a new beginning. It could also indicate a reunion. So why is this so stressful? Is it because you guys are in separation? You know, they are feeling that heartbreak energy. Six of Swords in reverse. If this person walked away, they didn't mean it. But is it a little too late for that, right? Did they bluff? Temperance. Guys, I'm getting a strong energy of very strong feelings for you. Is it love? Is it heavy like? We're going to look at the oracle and go a little deeper to see what exactly this emotion is. However, on your end, is it a little too little too late? Did they showcase these feelings to you when you guys were together, when you guys were in a relationship? Or is this what's coming to an end, right? Where this person, but here's the thing, we're getting it with the Ace of Cups, we're getting it with star energy, Three of Wands energy. This has not ended. So I want to get one, just one for the star. What do they want? Four of Coins. That's the energy of them valuing something. But again, it goes back to the energy of, is it a little too late for this? Are they rediscovering this now that it's over? And what does that mean for you, right? So, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This person is subconsciously, are they trying to activate coming from a place of intelligence? They're trying to think things through. Maybe they were the type of person that led with their mind, their logical mind space. But now all of a sudden their emotions are coming strong. And it wants to lead. That could be where the anxiety is. We got the Sun coming through after the King of Swords. And the Tower in reverse, which could feel like a little bit of resistance. And then I'm noticing the Eight of Cups and the Magician after that. So there is a little bit of that energy of, if this person didn't know what they were leaving behind, if they thought there was something else out there, if something ended this connection on a whim, or kind of like like I said, it just didn't take off. Did it fizzle out? Did it create that feeling of wasting time, within someone? Most likely you, collective, I'm picking up on, where this person wasn't pacing this the way they should. But now they are feeling the value in this. It's like they squandered the opportunity. I don't know. Let's dig a little deeper. Their current feelings, hurts, hidden secrets. What do we need to see? Ooh, pride. That's ego. So are they leaving pride behind? Influences is coming through. We also got elusive. What is this energy, Spirit? Return. What just flipped? Shallow. I feel as though this person was committing to a energy that was a little bit more shallow, a little bit more tame, surface level. Maybe not surface level, but just at a pace that didn't really pick up speed, that didn't really take off. Whether it was a breakup, meaning a relationship that just didn't naturally go to the next stage. Maybe this is a relationship that you've been with. For example, someone that's been with someone for years, but it never really, went deeper. But it could also be a relationship that the progression mismatch. Maybe a little bit of that chasing energy came through on one person, perhaps a runner chaser type of cycle, but it is coming to an end. Now, influence is feeling like a third party, but that doesn't necessarily mean a person, guys. Even, the energy I'm getting is this person could have been focusing on other things. We're getting a lot of the pentacle energy with the page. Maybe this person was trying to kind of build their own stability, focusing on other things. So the romantic relationship fell on the wayside. That could be kind of the interference. Something about their ego got in the way. And again, if they were elusive type of energy, even if you were in a relationship, but this person always seemed to kind of not be around or not available, where someone wasn't spending quality time or disregarding the relationship or not prioritizing, hence why the relationship or the connection wasn't progressing or going to that next level as it should have. It remained in that shallow end of shallow territory. I feel like this person is understanding this. I feel like I heard a bike horn because it was not a car horn, but it was still a horn. Beep in the background. But yeah, guys, I'm curious. Could you trust this person to, listen, there is death coming through, and we did get the world energy that, like I said, could be a transformative energy, something that is going to shift within this person. But do they have a different perspective? Are they able to handle this? If they were to return, for example, if there was a second chance, a reunion between you and this person, are they going to come in differently? So I think that's kind of what now the question is. And I want to look also at their feelings and go a little deeper. This King of Cups here, Spirit, are we talking about love? Are we talking about strong emotions here? So we have rest coming in. This could be a period of rest for both of you. Independence. I love that card. It doesn't always come out. Sorry. Sing. Trash. Divine timing. This could be an important connection for you guys. For those of you that don't resonate with an actual relationship, an actual breakup, this could be a connection that, progressed or unfolded in heartbreak for both parties. I think what we're tapping into right now for this energy is this person is feeling it. They're feeling sorry about it. They're feeling really down in the dumps. They're feeling a little trash. They could be thinking about what they discarded. Because again, it's like, is it a little too late, too sorry? And now they're realizing how much they feel for you and how much they value you, right? So they could be feeling a little bit, and recognizing what they threw away. They could also be feeling that type of energy, that trashy type of energy. It's kind of, it could feel heavy, guys. And it could be stressing them out. Nine of Swords is self-inflicted, right? So if they're feeling shameful or a little bit remorseful of whatever it is that went down, where they feel sorry about it, it doesn't sit well with them. But there does seem to be a pause. Obviously, you guys are not talking right now. There definitely is a disconnect. There is yearning involved from this person. They are feeling that distance. They are feeling it. However, I am getting that they are knowing that you are independent. You are looking, I don't know why I'm thinking more so that this is your energy that they are feeling when they are thinking about you, that you're glowed up. You're coming in with strength. You're coming in with moving on. And here they are, stuck, not moved on, wanting to return, wanting a reunion. So that could be what they are feeling when it comes to you, that you might be not where they are emotionally now at this point. That could be what's stressing them out as well. Can't help but notice this dragon energy. Could feel that spiritual energy. King of Cups, the Cups energy in general is a very spiritual because it's the emotional space. Your soul, love. Guys, that's set point. Peace, love. So this dragon could represent this person really going in but it's not easy. Maybe their heart chakra is opening and it's just not easy. Now, for those of you that resonate with some sort of soul connection, divine timing could be involved, especially if this is a runner chaser type of energy. Whether this is a karmic, a divine counterpart, that is a little unknown at this point, but I do believe this person is wanting to return. It may be different though. We are getting indicators that this person could be evolving. However, I'm not sure what happened. And if for you, this could be done. For you, this could be a point of no return. And for you, there could be some, maybe, some resentment or some anger toward or directed toward this person because they didn't see it when they should have. Let's look at the romance decks that I have for us. We have True Love, and then we're going to look at the Romance Angels. What do they want? Do they want commitment? Because they weren't there, they didn't take it to the next stage or the next level when they had a chance. So what do they want with romance? Where are they at currently with their feelings? You know, they could feel for you, but what does that mean? So we have the Gardener coming through. They're working on themselves, healing. Look at that. Forgiveness is coming through with sorry. I mean, this can't be more aligned for you guys. They're hoping you're going to be in a forgiving energy. They're hoping that you will. But I don't think they know where you're at right now. You're a little elusive, but they have hope to go back to that energy of the star. Self-respect. They know you have self-respect as well. They might be trying to build their own self-respect within themselves, especially if they're feeling trashy, that shame, that guilt, feeling sorry about whatever went down. Connection. Love after that. Wow, there it is. But it's at the bottom of the deck and it's not the first card, right? So it's stressing them out. This is the Nine of Swords energy. There may be some resistance in them completely accepting how they feel, especially if they're not moving forward. However, the energy that's coming through with the emotions and feelings, this could be very recent. This could be very recent heartbreak. So forward movement might not be happening right now because of the recentness of this. However, what is happening is this person's perspective is already shifting, not only emotionally and how they feel, but also what they need to work on, what they need to heal within. It could have a lot to do with self-respect. You know, if they're not respecting the connection, maybe they lacked respect in other departments, maybe even self-respect. You know, everything is a mirrored energy. What you project into the world always goes back to where you're coming from. Remember that, right? So if this person was projecting a lack of forward movement, not wanting to take this to the next stage, not treating this connection with value or prioritizing when it should have been prioritized, that could have been where they were lacking that within. So I think a lot of that is what they are working on. The Gardener is, you know, sorry, I blanked because I'm like, is this a verb? Yeah, the Gardener, to garden. The garden is a noun, but the Gardener is the subject. Is it a verb? You're gardening. That's a verb, to garden. All right, sorry guys, I got completely roped into grammar for a second. Either way, this person is working on themselves. They're in action, which is why this feels like a verb. They're gardening. They are, oh my God, the bird. Look at the bird is singing. They're trying to build some healing energy within them, guys. And that's not bad. Whether you want this person back or not, whether this is your person or not, for anyone that's going through some sort of self-development and putting in some work on self, it's a good thing for that person, that human being. Okay. And so that's how I feel about that. However, when it comes to you, if this person really damaged things, whether they've healed themselves or not, that might be, it's like an unforgivable, the unforgivable curse. I'm thinking of Harry Potter. Whatever they did, is it unforgivable? Or are you going to forgive them? You could be coming through as luminosity as well, the energy of the sun. That's how you're coming through for them. You're very shiny, you're very valuable with the Four of Pentacles. They know your value. They see you, but they squandered the opportunity at one point. And that could be very triggering, even to relive, right? So where are you at with forgiveness for this person? Because if this is a soul connection, if you're holding on to resentment or anger or spite about this person for not meeting you there, meeting you in that depth, then that's also going to block this from coming back in. So it really depends on where you're at and if this connection is ready for a new beginning, a reunion. But it's always your choice. You know, that's my motto. It's always your choice. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And again, divine timing is part of that. It all comes down to the perfect timing. So if your choice in a moment that this person returns is no, then maybe that's just in that moment. That doesn't necessarily mean this person won't try again, right? If this person is locking in, they're going to keep trying, even if you say no. Especially if this is your spiritual counterpart of some kind. If they're locking in, it's over. They're locked in. So is this person locking in right now? No. But they are locking in with a different perspective, if you want to take a look at it in that sense. So let's see what else, before we get to your final messages of romance angels. I want to see what else romantically in the current energy, because we're getting a lot in the subconscious, connection, love, King of Cups, but it's coming through with Nine of Swords. So this person, it's like they're getting there, but they haven't accepted it, perhaps. They're still in that stage of focusing more on figuring out themselves, their healing. And in the process, you're seeping in. Your energy is growing in strength. They just need to balance it. They may need rest. This is going to take time. Let go of control issues. Funny enough, the King of Cups is complete control of their emotions, but it's coming through with the Nine of Swords. So are they lacking that control, or are they trying to hold on to outcome or ego? So this could be them, something they need to heal, especially if their heart space or heart chakra is opening. That is something they need to figure out, guys, how to embrace and be vulnerable and be in that energy of emotion. So we're getting make the effort, express your love. Pay attention to red flags. Let's get one more. Forgiving and learning. Look at that. Honestly, flirt at the bottom of the deck. Honestly, I feel as though this person knows that you are going to be more conscious of red flags. So they really need to heal, right? They're not going to come in still in that challenging energy, because for all they know, if they come in before they're healed, they may start a new cycle again. And I think this person understands this, or is starting to realize this is what they need to heal. So maybe they are also paying attention to their own red flags. Maybe they are also in a mindset of needing to forgive themselves. But forgiveness is a strong theme and it goes both ways. I think this person wants your forgiveness, but it also starts within. Whatever it is that happened, whatever it is that they're sorry for, it's bringing them to, it's stressing them out. It's creating that stress, but it's again self-inflicted. They need to let go of it. They're the ones that need to be able to express their love that they may not be able to. They may have a very difficult time doing that, guys. That not everyone is, capable of being vulnerable and expressing their loves. And some of us are at the opposite extreme. We give too much. We overdo it. We fall deeply right away. So where's the balance? And some people who are aligned and in their divine energy, that's the balance, right? The yin yang, so the extremes need to balance each other out. And I feel like this person is nervous. They don't want to go to one extreme to the next. So they need to figure it out, but they need to release control. I think the way they think they need to figure it out is by coming in logically, controlling it, and they're fighting their emotional control over it. This person is like a little bit of a tug of war between head and heart. That's on them to heal, guys. And there's other things they need to heal. They need to forgive themselves. There's a lot that needs to be worked on. Pride, ego, they need to release that. They also may have some entanglements, karmic things they need to release, attachments to whatever it is that they were focused on, where this connection went or fell on the wayside. So there's a lot that this person needs to heal. So I do believe that as far as action and timing, it's might take time. However, it's all in divine timing. What does the clock say? I'm so bad with taking with time, guys. So give me a second. Is this 10 o'clock? I think it's 10 o'clock. I think that's the hour, the small hand, and I think it's 10 o'clock. Let me know if I'm miscalculating that. Anyway, 10 o'clock, 10. Whoa, 10, the wheel. And yes, the wheel traditionally is Pisces energy. Again, do your research before you make a comment, because this is years of studying. And if I make a mistake, I am one to admit it, but that's where my Leo pride gets in the way, I think. So no judgment. But again, if you're going to leave a comment and try and correct me, double check it before you do that. Because when I know that I'm still right, it's a little, I'm trying not to get triggered, but again, the more I go with this channel, guys, the more I'm realizing my own boundaries. Some people could be really toxic to energy in your real life and even in like things like your channel, your YouTube channel. So am I gonna set my own boundaries? Yeah. Anyway, the wheel energy is coming through, and with that in mind, this could be a lesson learned for this person. So for you, let's get into it. Move through your fear. Card number 41. Purple. We're getting that crown chakra. Split your focus. Card number 40. More purple. Jupiter energy. Expansion. Travel is coming through. One next step, card number 36. Photography. It looks like this person's taking a picture. Trust yourself. Oh, look at that owl, that wisdom. And look at, if you could see, it's a little bit of an optical illusion, but you got that heart. Guys, that is where you need to be. You need to tap into your own heart space. You're more in control of where you're at, I feel. But Spirit is saying, don't overwhelm yourself. Take it one step at a time when it comes to this person, release old patterns. Guys, this is what could be happening. 16 is Tower energy, Mars energy, destruction. This could feel like a maze too that you've been on with this person. Navigation has been skewed. And now there's heartbreak. Maybe for sure for this person, maybe for you too. Either way, wherever you are at, Spirit is saying, open yourself to other points of focus. Where is your mind? Where is your focus going toward? If it's on this person, you're not using your time properly. So move through that, especially if it comes through as a fear, something that is rocking your nervous system or shaking it up a little bit. That's not helping. So go inward, use your discretion, use your own wisdom to guide you along the way. But in order to kind of not get overwhelmed, just take it step by step. Keep going, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. You will get home. You will get there. If you don't feel there yet, it's a decision. You could be there right now in this moment if you decided to. Meaning, at peace with self. But if you're having a hard time accessing that set point, you need to work toward that. And it could take time. Don't allow fear to get in your way. Fear may not be a bad thing, guys. Fear makes you feel alive. Even the imagery of this person with their arms wide open, the birds, whether it's the moon or the sun or planet or whatever that is, it's feeling expansive. And we're getting that Jupiter energy. So wherever you are at, guys, don't allow this to dim you. If you have to go through heartbreak, that's okay too. Go through it. But don't focus on it more than you should. Allot time to it. Live your life. And maybe schedule in time. Okay, I need to go to work. I need to do my thing. I'm going out with friends. I want to have fun with them. I'm not going to focus on this person. If I need to process it, I'm going to allot time later when I am home. It's like you could schedule that thought in. You're in control of your brain, okay? Trust yourself. Trust the process. All right, guys, this is where we're going to leave it. I hope you're okay. Let me know in the comments what's going on, where you're at when it comes to this energy, with this ending, okay? And send a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. What are you waiting for? Hopefully, I will see you again. Bye.